Dr. APJ Abul Kalam said, "My message, especially to young people, is to have courage to think differently, courage to invent, to travel the unexplored path, courage to discover the impossible, and to conquer the problems and succeed. These are great qualities that they must work towards. This is my message to the young people." Hi, I'm Rajat Soni, a teen life and parenting coach. Today on Goal Getters with Rajat Soni, I have with me a person who epitomizes courage and humility. Shams Aalam. He is a paraplegic who has overcome all the odds to become world record holder for the longest open sea swimming by a paraplegic person, an international gold medalist para swimmer, and was awarded Best Emerging Leader in Disability Sports and Sports Diplomacy by US Department of State Global Sports Mentoring Program 2018. By qualification, he has completed BE in Mechanical Engineering and MBA in HR and Operations. Shams is a decorated speaker, having delivered various TEDx talks and motivational speeches. Currently, he's the Secretary General at the Para Sports Association, Mumbai. With great pride and joy, I welcome Shams Alam. Hi Shams, how are you doing today?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rajat. I'm doing great. How are you doing? And I think by listening, I got motivated myself. You are very creative.
Oh, thank you so much. I am so excited for this interview today because I work with a lot of teenagers, and I think I could have never had a better person to talk about the values of courage and humility than you. So I'm so excited for this conversation that's going to happen today.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm also.
Okay, Shams. So the first thing I want to ask you, so how has your journey been so far as a child, and what was your aspirations as a child? So let us tell us a little bit about your childhood, how it was.
So, Rajat, to be very honest with you, my childhood was like a bachelor life, I can say,
Okay.
because what happened, I born and I was around 3 or 4 years old guy, and I was the youngest one in the family, and everybody in my family was either someone is working or someone is like, yeah, because we are four siblings, six siblings, sorry, we are six siblings,
Wow.
and out of six, I was the youngest, so it was like responsibility of everyone to give me better kind of education and a good quality life. But better kind of education was not possible in my village because we used to stay in a very small village in the Madhubani district of Bihar state. And when you heard the name of Bihar, you can imagine what kind of quality system they are giving right now. And back in 30 years back, you can imagine.
Yeah.
So I relocated from there to Mumbai.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Mumbai is a dream city. And then here my brother was settled. He used to uh, do leather goods business, and he used to prepare leather goods uh, items in Baikla. So I relocated from Bihar to Mumbai, and here like I'm not having my mom, not having my sister, only my brother, and that too he is a working professional. And we used to live here. And what is my now job, my responsibility? Why I said that I had a bachelor kind of childhood is no one is here to tell me, Chums, you have to go to school, or either you have to prepare your breakfast by yourself. You have to go and eat this and that. Someone is not available there to make ready everything for me. I was the guy who have to do everything for himself as well as sometimes for my brothers also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was like, and why I'm telling you this, because now at that time I did this. I used to think why I'm doing all this kind of thing, all this stuff. Child in my age, outside of house, they are going and playing in the garden. That like we have Jhula Maidan there, we have Pan Maidan that in that area, and people used to play. Children used to play there. Even I used to play. It's not like that I used to do every time work. But yeah, it was my life was my childhood was little different. Because generally in our childhood, we do have someone who always keep guiding us actually. Some
Yes.
you don't have to do this, some drink this, eat this, play this, do your homework, these kind of things. But nobody was there to tell me all these things. However, I was very clear. I'm here, I have to study, I have to prepare myself, everything. So that's why it was like little, what do you call, natural kind of childhood, I can say.
Hmm.
But that really helped me a lot. But that really helped me a lot. Today, as we all know that the pandemic situation is going on and we all are locked down in our home, so I am also. And the best part, Rajat, sometimes I recollect nowadays being on wheelchair, a paraplegic person, who is not having movement, like I cannot do much movement. My maid is not coming since last 40 days. I'm not in Mumbai. Right now, for a project, I'm relocated from Mumbai to Gurgaon. I'm in Gurgaon and I'm managing everything by myself. I'm cooking, I'm washing my clothes, I'm taking care of my father, and taking care of myself. So it's a negative, like I can say it's not a big deal, but yeah, sometimes I recollect my memories of my childhood and I connect that yeah, that time I have learned things, I learned cooking,
Yes.
and after long now I'm able to do again. I actually,
Yes.
I actually posted my flatbread, first flatbread in my life I prepared, and it
Wow.
was like different kind of shape of countries. Actually, it is available on I got so many comments of different kinds. Like few of my friends said, some call it designer roti, registered it. Some friends said, Shams, don't worry, you will learn in 21 days and you will make circular round one. And if you will make a round circular pretty roti, you will get pretty wife. So like so many comments, and it's really actually motivated me. So but yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I'm able to do the things now, and I'm making it.
Amazing, amazing. And what is the best dish you have made so far? The best food you have made so far?
So yeah, now I'm like whatever the reaction, the actual feedback, if you want. So the first day, my father actually he did not had that flatbread. It's like
Oh.
इतना कड़क है कौन खाएगा इसको. I said okay. So we have cows here outside, so we have given to that cow, but somehow I was able to manage to eat two, three, one. But then as time goes, now my father is saying, Sean, now you're expert. I think you have to go and find some chef job in some restaurant.
Wow. See, see, practice makes a man perfect.
Yeah, practice
Even
make a man perfect.
more so if he's a bachelor.
So now
Good.
I am able to make all like lady finger, all different kind of even biryani and all that is like okay. And yeah, all kinds of vegetables I can make. I can make round, circular chapati and all. So I'm like okay, I'm able to survive now.
So Shams, we also have a friends group. So it's mostly my engineering gang when I used to do my engineering. So we have a group now. We've named it as the Villa Bawarchis. So everybody who's home, they
Oh,
are the staff is not there, so they're doing all the cooking on their own. So every day on the so when you said biryani, so we get pictures every day from our friends that today we cooked this, today
mhm.
we cooked this. So the last thing which came was a biryani. So I could connect to that. So
Okay,
so Shams,
super.
what were your dreams as a child?
As a child, like Rajat, to be very honest, um, first thing which was in my mind is to get education actually, because everyone in my family either they have done madrasa education or no one is having education from school background. So my mom, my dad, and even my sister, they always used to tell me that Sham, you need to get education, good quality education from school. So the only one thing that used to come in my mind that yeah, nobody is having a good scale up education in my village, so I have to go out and I have to learn something. And yeah, beside this, beside education, like always, I used to play. Like in our childhood, we are very much associated with the flooded area. If you will have a little bit history about Madhubani or Bihar, we are very much connected with Nepal side of Himalaya. So always flood comes there. So swimming is bit natural to me. When I was child, around 2 years old, I used to swim across my pond just next to my house. It is still there, and we have three rivers in our village. You can imagine, like people are not having one, we have three. We are so blessed. So fishing, kit kat, playing cricket, going and yeah, that is was like all my childhood. Whatever 4 or 5 years I've spent in my village. But then after that, when I relocated Mumbai here, like it was fully different a world for me as a classic world where people do everything, a very busy life in Mumbai. And then, yeah, watching TV that time, like shows called some Alif Laila and Shaktiman kind of shows used to come. And I
Yeah.
remember I was not having TV in my home, so I used to go in the next door and watch TV and all. So yeah,
Yeah. And are you watching the Ramayana and Mahabharat, which is coming again now on DD?
no, I have watched
The
that
initial,
time
yeah.
Ramayana and Mahabharat. In fact, if you are talking, I was very good in karate, and I remember somewhere around in 2005 or four, there was a program used to come called Jai Mahavir. Sorry, not Jai Hanuman. Jai Hanuman. Jai Hanuman used to come, and I have been approached by one of my friends that Shams, they are looking for fighters, good fighters, and you are doing great fighting. You have learning skills. Why don't you go and join them? And then all the way from Mumbai, I went to Rajkot, Gujarat,
Oh,
and there in a village they used to do on. hills they used to do the shooting for this Jai Hanuman programs. And yeah, so I have good memories of this kind of things. I was connected.
Wow. And Shams, if you'd like to share, when did paraplegia happen to you?
So Rajat, in 2010, uh, October 2010, I got spinal tumor in my spine, and I got operated. And because of this operation failure, mismanagement by the doctors, my spine got problem, and then yeah, it's happened in 2010 October. And the first operation was actually not successful. Doctors actually convinced me by in that time, like 2010, it was very important year, I can say, for me, because till that time I played my whole life karate. I practiced, and that time actually I was a national champion, and I was one of the very strong candidates for Asian Games 2010 China.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, because if you are a national champion, national medalist, you will get a chance to go in a trial, selection trial, and then yeah, of course. So that was the time, and in fact, I told doctor that, so see, this is the result, and I don't want to quit. I wanted to play for my country, and he said, Shams, don't worry, you will be perfectly fine in within 10 to 15 days. It's just a temporary thing, temporary paraplegia you will get, and then you will be all right. And if you will not do this, there is a chances of fatal of your life. So that's really having a high risk. And generally, we people we in educated people, we believe in doctors actually. We believe in science, and yeah, that we generally we do. So I said, yeah, okay, we can go ahead. And by that time, I was about to complete my engineering in 2010. I was, I think, in final year, final semester, I think. And somehow he convinced me, and we did. Unfortunately, the first operation was not successful. He did not remove the tumor, and then slowly time passes, and I was not able to recover. I lost completely my sensation as well as power in my both the lower limbs below my chest. Then we consulted the doctor, we follow up and all. And in after 3 months, and then I got frustrated. And then we did second MRI, post operation MRI, and the post operation MRI was really shocking for me as well as doctors, because it shows that the tumor is still there. We have not able to remove that tumor. And now here I was like fully shocked, because whatever money I was having, I have already spent in private hospital. Now, I was not even able to spend the amount for second surgery, whom to go and whom to ask. And when you have some difficult times, even people will leave you.
Yeah.
So that was a very difficult time for me. But then somehow my brother-in-law actually supported me, and my sister, and we were able to manage some amount, and then we did second operation in hospital, and then we removed the second in the second operation we removed the tumor, but that time it was a big fall in my life. Yeah.
Uh, what's that one thing that has made you cope up with it and come out of the because I know one is it being physically challenging, but I'm sure it was very emotionally challenging for you too. It was like dreams just coming down. And What made you firstly accept it, and then how did you cope up with it to become an epitome of positivity and courage that you are today? So, how did that happen?
So yeah, Rajat, in this situation, what happened like when everybody leave you, then my mom actually entered. By this time, somewhere around 2000, yeah, 2010, she came from Bihar to Mumbai, and she was the lady who used to stay with me along with me because in my initial days of my disability, I used to stay in Paraplegic Rehabilitation Center, Mumbai, and there they asked me that we need someone with you because you cannot stay alone. We need someone 24 by 7 to help you, assist you. And then we all know the busy life of Mumbai. Nobody is having time. People may give you sometimes money, but nobody can give you the 24 by 7 time. And then mom is the only person I can say. She came all the way and she said in a age of around 70, 60 or 70 years old age, she was there with me. And she used to help me a lot. And in the meanwhile time, after my physiotherapy and after my exercise, she used to tell me all the stories about my grandfather, how he was a wrestler and how he played the things. And emotionally, she used to tell me all the stories, always. And then the best part I learned from her is, Rajat, she was not educated. She was not even knowing a single terminologies of anything, but she used to pray. She used to pray daily 5 times and everything. So one day I asked actually her, Mom, what you pray actually? Do you know like Kalma? Do you know who is Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? Or do you know what is written in Quran? All kind of this kind of thing because it generally asked. Like I was very much curious about it because I know my mother is not educated. My brother and my father and all they have always said about her that she is an illiterate lady, uneducated lady. But then I used to see her that she's doing offering everything. And I asked her like, Mom, what you actually say in all your prayers? And she said like, I know only few things. I know there is a God, there is Allah, and one messenger of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And yeah, that's it. I think things are true. I believe in them. That's it. And this is what I decide. So, wow. If we are educated people, we generally don't find even time to offer those 5 times of prayer. She don't know anything, and she is having so much of belief, faith,
So much faith.
and she used to do this. And then she used to tell me, Shams, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never close a door for anyone in this world until and unless He open another door for him. So don't get depressed, don't get demotivated in your life. If He has taken something from you, He is absolutely He is going to give you a lot more. He is very merciful. He never do anything wrong to His people. And somehow I believed it. Slowly started believing it. And then I'm like, I started accepting myself. She always used to tell me, the way you asked me how you have assisted yourself in the
Yes.
situation. Even like initially, I was having a thought in my mind. Even doctors used to tell me, Shams, you will walk once. You will be all right. Everything will be all right, fine, everything. But then she used to tell me, Shams, everything given to us is a property of God. We have to one day return to God. everything, whatever we have. So why don't you accept yourself the way you are? See people around you. People are not having eyes. People are not having tongue. They are not even able to speak, and they are not even able to express themselves. How lucky you are. You are even able to, at least even you are able to see me. At least you are able to interact with me. You are able to express yourself. You are having so many treasures. And later on, I realize like it is not important what you have. It is important what we do with what we have. And I'm having hands, I'm having my mouth, I can speak, I can express. So why we have to worry about what we don't have? Why don't we focus on what we have and make ourselves, make our world better? And that really motivates me. That's actually helped me. And she used to, I was like, I used to very much concentrate on her because in paraplegic center, I've seen the first day when I came, I was depressed. I used to cry in my lonely time on my bed. And after some time, when other new patient used to come there, what my mom used to do, she used to talk with the family member of them, that patient, and she used to motivate them. Don't worry, your son or your daughter will be all right. See my son, now he is doing. Now after some time, I actually started going to work. I started working from that center itself. I started going for swimming and all. And she used to speak about me. So then I realized that speaking can definitely, and sharing, most importantly,
Share it.
sharing the ideas, sharing of your life experience, that
Yes.
too in a positive way, is
Yes.
really going to make impact, a great impact on the life of others. I may not be able to reach out many people, but wherever through you, in fact, I'm telling you, I utilize all the platforms to share my thoughts. And in fact, I'm so thankful to you, Rajat, for giving me this opportunity. With this, your platform, it will go to thousands of millions of people. And I'm sure if people will listen this, they definitely get motivated and they will come out of their depression zone or frustration zone, and they will start living their life, whatever they have in their life.
Yeah.
So somewhere
I
like I can say, Rajat, my mom really, really played a vital role in my life to motivate me to keep going on.
Beautiful. In fact, I a lot of thoughts I reverberate what you're saying because my mother has been my life coach also. I always say, you're a life coach, but who's yours? I said it's my mom because in the darkest times, people may leave you, but who stays by your side is your mom or your parents. They always are with you to the toughest of your times, and they do it so selflessly. They don't want anything in return. It's so the love is so unconditional, which you can get, I think, nowhere else. My learnings from what you have spoken right now and is about accepting yourself the way you are, because once you can accept yourself, the world will accept you anyways. And the second thing that, yeah, you were saying something.
No, absolutely, I'm agree with you.
Yeah, the second thing is about how you have lived in gratitude. It's not about what you have, it's about what you do with what you have. And the way you said, I have this and I have this. This is so much living in gratitude and shukrana mein rehna. And so this is so beautifully said. And in fact, I was uh, one of the first students I coached. He was a student who has Asperger's. If you would know what Asperger's is, it's basically lies in the autism spectrum, and where
Hmm.
The brain is wired in such a way that they have difficulty in making social interactions. And he was diagnosed with it when he was 4 years old. And the father approached me now when the son was 15 years old. And he used to freeze in front of new people. With him also, what really worked and helped him get out of his shell, made him express himself, go from using geometric expressions and scripts, how he finally evolved into a person who could create an impact and who was very comfortable sharing his story was when he started accepting himself, which is exactly what you said. And the day he accepted himself that I am the way I am, and there are so many benefits I have that I am an Aspi or I have Asperger's because I have an intelligence quotient, I have that IQ which nobody has, which I have. So, the way when you realize that you're good enough and then you just go forward and today he's studying in one of the top universities in the world, and it's been 4.5 years approximately
Wow.
now, and he's dealing with his life, and he has a girlfriend today too. So I
So
completely
sad, so
relate.
sad.
Yeah, so I completely relate to whatever you are saying, and that's so amazing. Thank you for sharing this story with me. I'm feeling so inspired. uh, so
Yeah.
Shams, you have been an inspiration to millions of people globally. Although I know the answer for it, I'm still asking. Who's the biggest inspiration for you?
Yeah, obviously, as you said, you know the answer. My mom
Mom.
is the biggest inspiration for me. Yeah. And why? Because no, it's not only about why I'm telling about her. Because I have seen so much of practical example in front of me. In what way she used to do. One,
Yeah.
why I'm telling you. One, do we have time now? Like,
Yes, please,
can
please.
we? Okay. So what happened, Rajat, in 2010, I was due to some like this issue, I was not able to represent my country at that time. After 8 years, in 2018, like in between, I started playing, swimming, and all those things. In 2018, my mom actually she fell down and she got spinal attack, and she became a quadriplegic. Actually, she fell down and she became a quadriplegic. Means a quadriplegic is a person who is not having power in all four limbs or four limbs, and she was bedridden. So I was very much aware about this situation. I took her immediately to the hospital and did MRI, everything. And then doctor actually said me that Shams, uh, if we will do the operation also for her, very minimal chances of recovery. I remember on 2nd, 3rd of September 2018, early morning I was doing my swimming and she called me. My brother actually called me and he gave phone to my mom and she said, Shams, I fell down and don't worry, now I will not be able to walk. I was like, what? I got some shock. Why she's telling me like this? And how can she's so what do you call confident that she will not be able to walk again or stand up again? And the exactly same way happen. Shams and family, please don't do anything. I know my situation. Don't rush to anywhere. but we all are having emotions, and so that I took her to the hospital. We did everything. Then doctor said, then this is the situation, and we took her back to home. And we took her back. She was good. She was fine at home, though she was not able to move there any things, any parts like hands or legs. She was bedridden, and she told me, Shams, don't cry for me. I know have seen my things. I can see my house. It's very beautiful in heaven. And I was like, what, mom? Why are you talking all those things? You're perfectly fine. I know I'm in the situation. Like, I know I am a spinal cord injury patient. And so you are. You will be all right. But then she used to tell me in different time what she's thinking, what she's seeing. And exactly in September, I got my selection letter for the biggest opportunity in my life, and that is Asian Para Games, which I was not able to do in 2010. Exactly after 8 years, I got selected for Indian team to represent in a biggest platform. After Olympic, this is the biggest platform.
Yeah.
So we all are connected with our family, especially with our mom. And I was in a very uh, different situation. Like I was not even able to express my happiness or what to express. Like your mom is on bad, you're getting selection letter, and then I asked mom, like mom, I got this, I got selected for this, but I don't want to go there. I don't want to leave you.
It doesn't seem worth it anymore.
Yeah, but why I'm telling you she's motivation, Rajat. A lady not able to move any finger, lying down on bed, and she's telling, you know what? Chums, you have worked for this. Nation wants you. People are waiting for you. I'm very happy with you. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm very much happy with you. We will meet one day. This is the time you must go and represent your country. You must go and play for your country. Can you imagine, Rajat, what kind of inspiration,
I swear.
what kind of motivation you are getting?
Yeah, it's
And I was speechless. And she actually tell me, please go. And I all the way from there, Mumbai to went to Indonesia, Jakarta. We played everything. On 13th of October 2018, my game got finished, and on 14th we were having flight, and I reached from Indonesia, Jakarta to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We are having a stop there. In Kuala Lumpur, we got signals, and I got a call from my brother, Shams, please come back soon. Mother is not well. I said, okay, I'm coming. I'm on the way. I landed in Delhi, and I got second call. Shams, mom expired. Mom is no more. Believe me, I remember her words. I did not even cry. I did not even spoke with anyone. Actually, my coach called me. He was asking me, Shams, you reached safely? I said, yeah, I reached safely, but my mom expired. And then we did not spoke with anyone. Whole night I stayed on Delhi airport. In the morning I was having flight and we came here, Mumbai. And then I was very lucky, I can say, to give all the last ritual to my mom, and I was able to perform. I was able to contribute whatever things I'm supposed to. So that's something she was having, and she was very well aware. Two things I wanted to tell you, Rajat, here and the world, that faith and connection to the Allah or Lord is absolutely not depends on your education.
It
It is
doesn't.
a connection of heart. Why I'm telling you this? Because as I told you, she was not educated lady, but she used to play. She was having belief system and faith. And the moment she fell down, she actually told me, Shams, I am not going to get up now. In the interval of this 40 days, exactly after 40 days, she died. And in this 40 days, she used to tell me all those things that this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And things happen exactly the way she told. So this shows that the connection with the Lord or Allah is absolutely purely from your heart, not how much you are educated.
I think this is real education.
Yeah, this is something like this actually connect you. And then you start realizing your things. When you surrender yourself
Yes.
to some superpower, you get the things from them. And then you can see what others can't. And exactly she was doing that. We were not able to realize. Like I was like thinking, I know she's paraplegic now, quadriplegic. She will be all right. She will get medicine. But she have already seen everything. She used to tell me. She used to tell us everyone like I have seen my house. It's very beautiful. It's very decorative. I can see everything, and that's really actually motivates me.
Yeah. I think faith
Ah,
and connection to God, if somebody has that, I believe that person is the most educated person. Because if education can teach you that, nothing beats that. And
yeah, so absolutely, absolutely.
okay, one thing I didn't tell you that you have a wonderful smile. So
Thank you so much,
you're
Rajat.
such a
Thank
wonderful smile. So on that note, just one message you want to share. Of course, it's faith and connection to God, and I think that also applies to the current pandemic, where there is a lot of anxiety around it. What will happen? What if? What if? What if? So, is there any last words you want to share with regards to that? A message on what people should do at this point in time and how this whole process should be.
times time never stop for anyone, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah,
Time will go. This will also go. We will definitely. Best thing. So many things are happening good. Like so many things happening good. Rajat, I can say this. I can see
I
like
can interact with you.
yeah, we can interact and world in fact using technology, and then so many things happening like outside. If you will see the sky, you can see full, very clear, clean and
Beautiful.
clear sky. You
Yes.
can see birds outside your home, in even in the cities also.
Yeah.
Things which never used to happen in the cities, you can see. The earth is getting, I can say, healing. So many things
Yeah,
happening,
healing.
yeah. Amazing things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about focusing on them
So
rather
we
than
have to
focusing on
always find positive things. See, I'm making full circular flat braid. Yeah, I'm about to get pretty wife.
yes, you will get a
Things will
pretty wife
happen.
for
Good things
sure.
will happen. Things will
Yes.
happen. Be
Yeah.
positive. That's it. I can say.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. It is so amazing talking to you, Shams, and it has been one of the most interesting conversations I've had. And I would really like that this goes in a number of parts because I don't want to edit a single portion of it. I would be happy to
Oh my
put it
God.
in 2 or 3 parts because it is so motivating, inspiring, your whole journey, the way you have coped up with things and come out so strong with all the courage that you've exhibited with your mom. I think this video is dedicated to your mom and your mother and how she, or to all mothers, in fact, the selfless love that mothers give us. Uh, so thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for taking out the time and being here. Uh, and yeah, that's what I want to share. Thank you so
Thanks a
much.
lot. Thanks a lot, Rajat. In fact, you're a very, very smiling person, and you actually made me all the time smile and very creative. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rajat.
Thank you. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe, stay awesome.
Yeah. Stay home, stay safe.